Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. So I'm in No Thoroughfare Canyon, and it lives up to its name. Once you get to the second fall, it's pretty much a sheer, like almost Slot Canyon-ish waterfall with 1,000-foot sides on it. And the only way to get around is to basically scamper up something like that up the side of it for 500 to 1,000 feet, which I did. But I'm in the Colorado National Monument, and as I go along, since I'm like, there's no one here, this is a cool trail, but I would not recommend it for a novice because it will bite you in your butt. And actually, if you really mess up, you'll break a leg or more. And if I can, I'll put more pictures of what I'm encountering. But I'm coming on here for a update as to what I've seen and prophecies and stuff that of that nature. I go to God with all my stuff, and I would ask you to do the same. You need to make sure that you're asking for discernment, wisdom, because right now even the elect are getting fooled right now by what's happening, and they're saying peace and safety. But so on November, they've had a lot of peace talks, and there's a final one. I think it's November 28th is their final peace talk. And if you look at the time of the tribulation, there's a 7-year peace accord that they do that starts the tribulation. And that, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying that very well could be that peace talk. So so there's that, and then there's, I don't know if it was an asteroid, but people call it a second moon, or some people have called it Nibiru. I've never seen it, but supposedly there's a very bright object in our sky that was very close to the moon. And it's supposedly heading out November 26th. So as you know, I've gotten rapture dreams. It's been a while since I've gotten one, but I feel like there's one that is pertinent to now that was delayed. And it was one that had like September or October of last year, and there were 2 kids, and I think I've told this one before. And I ran into them, and then it went up to like a tree like that, and it went to the branches, and then so it showed them with full branches, and it showed them with not partial branches, good lord, partial leaves. And then it showed like no leaves, like right now. I mean, that's pretty well. And then I looked up in the sky, and there was like a half moon. And as you know, we just had we just had a full moon a few nights ago. And because it wasn't last night, because I saw the moon this morning and it was already losing a lot of its light. But I believe that may be happening now. And I keep hearing in my conscience just a little bit longer. And so I don't know when, and I don't know if it's a harpazo or if it's God just taking his people to safety, because mine have all been like a safety thing. They've been and I've had them before where we went to a safe place. Like I was running down like a airport terminal and asking if everyone was safe. I've had another one where I was in the basically the helicopter landed and all the blades and tail and everything fell off, and I was on an island, and then the next thing you knew, there's this like glimmering like I was looking out on the water, and there was this glimmering coming closer and closer, and it all had sparks coming off of it. But yeah, I'm gonna just give you a view as to where I'm around. This is an amazing canyon. But it's in the Colorado National Monument, so dogs are not allowed. But it is, maybe by the time I'm done, I'll be at the other fall. But there's 2 falls, and I was able to get up one, and had, for me, I hike every other weekend, so for me it's not a problem. For others it may be. But you have to know how to read trail. So my latest dreams, and some of them have been a little weird. I've had some educational dreams where I was in education, and then we were in a like it was getting real dark out, and we left in the truck, and so I don't know when that is. And a lot of prophets have been saying 3 days of darkness. And that's where you have to use a lot of discernment, because there are some out there that have said, oh, we're going to have a great revival. If you look at the book of Revelation, end time scriptures, it says like the days of Noah. Noah, there were 8 people. So, and then last night I got a dream where I was in an educational facility and got like this big box on a table, and it's like one of those like care packages that you would send to your son or daughter at camp, or maybe you've received one at camp. And it's just a nice way of, I don't know if that's God's way of saying that I'm going to send you help, because yeah, I'm in a battle, and I really do want to do outdoor ministry, and I wouldn't, just my situation is, it would be a lot more livable if I had help. But we'll see what happens. So that was a care package. I had another one where I was in a watery area, and like on the side there was like a tree branch, and it kind of had a mark on it, and it was indicating, I found out later, or like a little further in the dream, that it was a portal. And like I was swimming to this portal and went through it and ended up being somewhere. Oh, I didn't really go through it, but I knew that I'd been transported. So I didn't see like a glimmering whatever, but I knew that I was that I'd gone through a portal. And when I woke up, God said, I have many portals around, and I'll show you how to use them in the future. And this is why I said that you have to know how to read trail, because the trail is not very defined. It actually says on the trail map, unimproved, and unimproved means really nasty and gnarly. This is actually the first fall that I'm coming to now. And hopefully I don't bust my butt, because it's kind of a far fall to fall. But yeah, you can see the cut right there. So I had the portal dream, and then I went back to the portal, and so that dream stopped with a portal. Then I had another one where I was at this dance, and I'm not trying to be racist, but this is just why I'm trying to tell you what I saw. So this is a view from the first fall before I go on. So the fall goes up and over, the trail goes down that way, and it goes down the side. But this is called No Thoroughfare Canyon. This fall is pretty cool. And then it goes up into there. In the second fall, I tried to find a way around, and it was a sheer rock wall. Kind of like that, but there was this other dream where I was at a dance, and there were white and all I'm saying is like Hispanic, I guess we'll go with Hispanic Hispanic people, and I didn't want to dance and I didn't want to partake, and they were making fun of me, and I was like, nope, I'm not having this. And I don't know if this is in the future or if this is a warning. But so there was another guy and myself, and we loaded in like I don't know if it was a Jeep, but it kind of reminded me of a Jeep. And so we loaded into a Jeep, and I noticed this guy with this robot dog who had a Gatling gun right dead, like here's his head, and right below his head and his chest was a Gatling gun. If you don't know a Gatling gun, it's a high-powered gun like on an A-10 Warthog that shoots these big old rounds and blows the crap out of stuff. So it's not something to be dealt with. But basically, it was a self-aware dog. And if you look up robot dog with gun, you'll see that they already exist. And I'm going to continue with my video here and just stop. But yeah, there's about a 500-foot sheer drop. So this robot dog basically saw us leaving, and I guess it thought that we were an issue, and it decided to put a couple rounds in the back end of our Jeep and trying to stop us and control us. And I don't know if it was like one of those situations where we weren't supposed to leave and tell someone, or what was going on. But and so we stopped, and then I don't know if it may have flashed forward a little bit, and the guy that was with me inside, he was getting a little worried. And then it flashed forward, and all of a sudden the dog was next to us, like in the passenger side, and I can't remember if it jumped in or if it blew the side, because the person in the side seat basically slumped over, not slumped over, but got over, like got down, and I believe the passenger side window busted, and I think the dog tried to jump in, and the operator, wherever you want to call him, he noticed that we were having issues, and he grabbed the dog. And then there was, like, right after that, there was, I don't know if they came to the windshield, and I don't know if the windshield had been busted in this thing, but he had a gun in his hand, and he had, basically it looked like a father with his son, and they were in really dire straits, I guess, and so they were trying to get money from us or just stick us up. And so I got my wallet, and all the bills kind of went off, and I was looking through my wallet and found a $100 bill, and I gave it to him. And they were amazed that here they were sticking us up, and I think that they weren't really going to hurt us or do anything, but so I gave them $100, and they basically went off. And the guy next to me was like in tears, completely shaken up, and he was the one that was really making fun of me, and like, oh, you can't dance, and like making, and I could tell, and I had a knowing that he was really making fun of me. And I basically, but that was before all this, like the dog and the person with the gun, because in this last situation where he looked over, he had tears in his eyes, and he basically said, and I don't know if it was a knowing or if he said it, but it was, I'm sorry, and I said, I know you're sorry, and let's get the hell out of here, is basically what I said. And we shook hands, and we were off, and then I woke up. This is the second time I've had a robot. I think I did a Daniel, I think it's in Daniel 9, and it basically talks about how there's a beast with iron teeth, and actually if you go on that same chapter, it talks about it, and it's I think it says bronze with teeth, and bronze could actually be referring to human skin. And I know right now the conspiracy, I don't know if I can say this without getting pulled. Let's say that they are getting two-legged creatures that we all are, and basically they're getting all of our stuff, not our clothes, but the underlying stuff, and ripping it off and putting on said GoBot, and using it as human flesh, but that's a conspiracy. But this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what I'm saying, but so that's, yeah. So that's potentially where that may come from. And I saw a dream where basically robots were trying to like kill us and run us over and that type of thing. I've also had visions and knowings, like there was this one where things flying in the sky, and there was like 20 to 50 of them. I don't know how many. I didn't, obviously I didn't count, but there was many of them in the sky, and it was looking like an invasion kind of thing. These are demons, and basically, and they may be, and there's a whole lot of other things. They could potentially be living in under moist surfaces, ocean, and so yeah. But we also have portals and that type of thing, so there are ways of getting them here, and it's to scare the crap out of us. It's to make us just bow to their wishes, but it's for some of us it won't work. So yeah. So there was that, and then I also saw, I've had a couple of dreams where it was a cityscape, and I think I had and I could see that it was like almost black, maybe with a few little, and I think it was candles, like spattered amongst the city. And basically we have had warnings that that may happen in the future. I've also had visions where I had a flashlight and going through real darkness. I'm only basically telling you what I've seen, and you need to go to God for all of this, and ask him if this is true. So but yeah, if you do not know God, and if you're still playing around with him, you need to go to him now, because I get the feeling like it's like it could be seriously any day, any hour, any time. And so we have to be ready to sorry, I'm distracted because I thought I saw someone down there, and now I don't see anything. Well, no, I see a tree that looks kind of like a person. Never mind. But yeah, it's a pretty cool view. Yeah. So but yeah, you need to go to God, and my job is to get the word out and to show you what's coming. But I mean, I've been shown scenes. I keep seeing scenes of like shoreline, beach, and potentially that could happen with the inundation of water on inward parts. So I don't know where that could happen. So I do know that God has me and he'll take care of me. So anything else? But yes, the man of lawlessness, I believe has may have been revealed. But I mean, no one's really come out. Well, no, there's someone that has come out and basically very arrogantly said he is God. But he's the most pompous, arrogant, prideful person that I've seen. And I find it very interesting that all the leaders are looking to him and like backing off and doing things. However, we still see the wars going on, but yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta keep going. I still have a couple miles to go, but it'll be fun miles. I get to go down that. I have to basically follow the gully and go around and go out to my car. But thank you for joining me. Hopefully you like the scenic expanses. I will share everything that I get, but we can see things are running out. We can see that all of our stuff is happening. We see plagues coming on in various forms. We can see potential for the sword happening through various authoritarian figures. So we know things are happening, and we've heard peace and safety. I've also read even the elect um, uh, will be deceived in this time. So so yeah, one last look. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm in a cool place, so I do like Colorado. This is, if you ever want to come out, down there, right there is Grand Junction. But yeah, this is not doable in the winter. There's too many spots where you won't be able to see the trail because it goes up this, and it gets too icy and dicey. This trail is not to be messed with for the faint of heart. I hike almost every other weekend, and yeah, it was a battle for me. So take care. God bless. Please, please, please go to God, because it's going to be a day like this, and then all hell is going to break loose. Because He said within an hour, everything's going to change, and even if you're a prepper, it's going to hit like lightning. It's going to be like, holy crap, what just happened, kind of thing. And you're not going to have more than a few seconds before things hit. So so just be and if you are God's, He'll take care of you. So just go to Him. Thank you for your time. God bless. Goodbye.